Well, the international's just arrived, and I just spoke to the postman, and he has no idea about the hostage situation going on in Sydney. He's been doing his rounds all day. And I said, "Oh, it's been going on for the last, not enough apparently. Been going on for the last 6 hours." And he knows nothing. I said, "Oh, it's on all the channels. It's on 7, 9, 10, 21 and 24. The only channel that's not running any information about it at the moment is SBS." So, yeah. Anyway, don't worry, I don't expect an apology I said, to actually target a chocolate place, close to Christmas in New Holland. They obviously don't know about Dirt Tog Island and the pewter plate that sat there for over 100 years, and the Aborigines didn't even touch it. Now that's a mark of respect. And they said, "Oh, but there weren't enough Aborigines." Oh, if you look at the map of us, yeah, don't worry, I don't expect an apology. It's Christmas time, and also it's been a bad year, The late great Phil Mann has passed away, and I met him twice in 1974, a month apart, exactly a month apart. Yes, to the day. Yeah, and in the intervening time, he'd gone down to Albany and come back with some Albany Pitch Plant root cuttings. Though I do take issue with the dates in here. The dates for his birth and death don't add up to what he was telling my father about joining the police force. So I'm probably going to have to pull his birth certificate, because it just doesn't add up. I reckon he's older than actually. So there's some quirk there about his age, and I don't know whether he got involved with some sort of foreign bride or something, and he didn't want to state his real age or something, or because I remember him telling my father that the cut-off for getting into the police force was 40 years of age, and he was 38, and he had to get in there pretty quickly, and that was in 1974, because I know. If I remember rightly, he was older than my dad, and my dad was 35. So it was like which sounds strange, thinking of my dad as an older person, even though he was only 35. And so we got the tributes to Phil Mann. But as I said, there's something odd about the dates. The dates don't add up to what he was telling my father. While I was standing there, and he got my dad to get the international subscription. He said, "Oh, you've got to get onto this, Carnivorous Plant New Zealand has only just sort of started up. So they've been going a few years, it's the bee's knees sort of thing. You've got to get him signed up to that." And of course, within the month, my dad had already sent off a thing for signing up. And of course, back then it took you a year to get onto the computer system. So, I had this like big parcel turn up with, from memory, I swear it was 4 issues. 4 issues, and I just can't work out how that is possible to have 16 issues in it. It turned up about October, I think, I remember, of that year, having so it was like 4, 5, 6 months later, after we visited Phil Mann, and this thing had turned up in the post. And then I had to wait until we got onto the computer system to actually start receiving the proper bulletins or something. And it was ages and ages and ages until they started turning up in a regular fashion. So all I had was those 16 issues to go into the toilet. I read them over and over and over. Every time I went to the toilet, I read, either part or another issue sort of thing there, and just once I got to the end of those 16, I just kept going back and back and back until we fell into sync with the new year sort of thing, which only started at the beginning of the year sort of thing. So so those first, from memory, 16 issues, I read over and over and over again. So I would think I would remember the number, but how it works out with the dates, I don't know. But there's also quirks of my own Carnivorous Plant Society. Like, we had bulletins before they said they had bulletins, you know what I mean? And, I was into my early teenage years, things, so you can't you can't fob me off that saying, "Oh, it's just your bad memory," because, we had meetings and we had you know, sort of small sort of photocopied journals before they say they started having them. So you know, the quirk here is also being transferred over to another society of having things that just, you know, for certain things happen differently to what they're saying they happen differently. Well, anyway, okay, over and out, I think. Well, that's about it really. Yeah, it looks like it's a year in review, and yeah, a sad year I think for all of us. I think from the CP world, everybody's popping off, and that is nice colour. Yeah, if I remember, there's about 4 or 5 different colours of these, but there may be new ones discovered recently, I don't know. But anyway, well, that's about it. So yep. Oh well, season or Christmas greetings from Abbottland. We're on the very day of the Sydney siege. So there you go. Over and out. See ya.